Welcome back. Now joining us is the band you've already heard once tonight and will hear again. This is the Dollhouse Thieves.
Yay!
Thanks for being here again.
Thank
So
you.
just for the sake of those who don't know who you are, can you say your names? This is Nikki.
Yeah, and this is Luke.
And Luke, welcome to the show. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so Dollhouse Thieves, all right? You define your music as being more of a neo-rock with some indie folk jazz using techniques or
Yes.
vocals, right?
Yeah.
So for those of us who aren't as music savvy, can you explain kind of like what that is and like how you came up with this particular sound?
Yeah, so a lot of it is because we came back from a jazz and classical background, so a lot of our singing influences come from inspirations like Chet Baker and Peggy Lee, and so you'll hear a lot of jazz influences in our singing, and also with performing and our instrumentation, we'll use our clarinets and saxophones and trombones and accordions. So it's not really music that you'd typically hear with a rock band or a folk band or an alternative band, but we can play them, so we figured why not play them. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I didn't know you had clarinets and accordions in your music.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's super it's kind of innovative, right? And using that jazz with the rock style, right?
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
we're playing out at open mics, and we were like, man, we play all these other instruments that you don't typically hear, and we love them. So it's like, hey, what if we try to fuse them into this kind of alternative rock type or folk singing type stuff, and yeah, that's kind of how we got to where we are.
And you're creating your own sound too, which is kind of not what a lot of bands and singers and artists do nowadays. Everyone's trying to be the next Elvis, or everyone's trying to be the next Beatles or Justin Bieber. No one's trying to be Justin Bieber, but kind of that thing. You're creating your own sound. It's amazing. So, kind of a cliche question for you guys. I know starting a band, was this influenced by a particular singer or an artist that made you want to start a band, or like?
Well, yeah, I'll take that one. We kind of started out like playing gigs in various other places before we moved here to Colorado, always being in other people's bands, usually as horn players and like backup singers and stuff. And we were like, well, that's fun. But honestly, what happened was there was a venue that was opening close to where we live here in town, and they had a sign that said, looking for bands. Like there was just this huge banner, like, we want to book bands. And we were just driving home one night and we're like, we should just do our own band. Like, I think we were literally coming back from playing with other people, and that's really fun, and we love doing that. We were like, man, we want to do our own thing.
Let's do it.
And so yeah, she had a bunch of material that she'd already been like writing and working on.
Oh, really?
And so we called this place, and with a bass player friend of ours, and he's like, sweet, come on in, like, and they had this little tiny stage, and he's
I
like,
hope you said it just like
yeah,
that.
it was
Come
pretty
on
much
in,
like that.
the
It was
water's
like, come on in,
fine.
play some stuff for us. And, and so they we literally had to move power tools off of the stage, and we'd gotten together and rehearsed like an hour beforehand, and we played him like 2 or 3 songs, and the staff was like, this is fun, and there were like construction guys on their lunch break like tapping their toes, and they're like, this is great. And so we ended up just playing a couple more things. He's like, can you guys do jazz? Can you do folk? Can you do it? We're looking for this, and like, so we kind of just winged it a little bit.
You're like, let me stop right there.
Yeah, we're like-
all of that. I'm gonna do it. Neo rock.
Exactly,
indie folk,
yeah.
Jazz. I got you covered. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So you've been writing your own music for like a couple years now, and then you met, and then decided to do this, or
Yeah.
what was that process? What
Well,
was that journey?
Yeah, we've known each other for a long time, since I was in high school.
Yeah,
wow.
and I was in
About
college.
15 years.
Yeah, we're married, by the way. So.
We don't want to know that. I'm just kidding.
Gross, yeah.
Awesome, that's great. So that brings a whole new kind of dynamic to the
does.
band.
It's easy to rehearse.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
At least for the two of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, it's fun.
So did you have any musical inspirations for writing your music?
Oh,
or
yeah.
You just wanted to write.
I
You just
kinda-
had this urge to write music.
Yeah, so in school I was a film score composition major, so I was writing
Wow.
music for movies, things. It was fun. So a lot of my influences come from thematic film scores. So a lot of my music is very melody forward, and then I'd say lyric driven. I usually do harmonies last, and I guess with songwriting. I was that kid that was a total dork. So I was like a saxophone kid that listened to big band music and a lot of the old singers. So like Peggy Lee was one of my biggest influences, and Ella Fitzgerald. And there's no way I'd ever be as good as she is, but like just fun stuff, you know. So jazz, and like we like a lot of unconventional music, like Beirut. And I was in a circus band in Boston called Circestra, so that was awesome. And so I took a lot of their fun spirit and influences, and I try to do that with our band.
And just taking a listen to some of the stuff that you've put out there, like on your website, your songs seem to deal with kind of like sexuality and like all these like, I think core like basic human instincts and needs and things like that. Like, why those topics, or if I may ask?
Oh yeah, I like to write things that can be universal, that people can relate to. A lot of them are taken from things people have said to me. I think it's really important as a songwriter to be honest in what I'm doing. So a lot of it is just stuff that I've experienced or people that I love have experienced.
That's great.
So thanks.
That's good when you can listen to a music and something of it speaks to you, or if you've had like a death in the family, or you're experiencing some like feelings that you don't know how to express and things like that, and you listen to this music and you go, oh, this is like the perfect outlet for how I feel.
Totally.
Like, that's awesome. So
thanks.
How do you all kind of work together? Would you say that you're like who's kind of takes like the helm for like most of these gigs?
Well, if I may step in here, it's mostly her, I would say.
I thought he was going to be it's me.
We all definitely, the two of us and the three other guys in our band definitely all try to carry our load, but I'd say Nikki's really kind of the main creative force behind it. She'll often come in with like new material, be like, hey, here's an idea, and then the rest of us kind of usually will like take it and run with it. Like there was a while where I had surgery on my voice, I couldn't sing, couldn't really do much other than like play drums or piano.
So I don't mean to cut you off, but we are out of time. Oh my gosh, you were just starting to get some really interesting
stuff. Going all day.
Thank you so much for being here. That means a lot. So
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're gonna actually have them play for you, and or you